In today's video, I'm going to be discussing Workhorse stock and their performance this past week, as well as what we can expect this week. I'm also going to be answering some questions that I've recently received from some of you asking, do you think it's going to $100 a share? Do you think it's going to $400 a share? These are really good questions, and I will certainly throw my opinions in about these questions a little bit later in this video. Let's get into it and talk about what's going on. All right, so this past week was actually a very eventful week when it comes down to some of these high-flying meme stocks like GameStop and AMC. Just a couple, both of them were up a ton at the beginning of the week, and then later on in the week, they actually went down a ton as well. So, by the way, GameStop was down nearly 20% again on Friday, closing a little over $22, and on Tuesday, it was up at $64. Ouch, I would not want to be the person buying at 64 back on Tuesday, and then if you're still holding that position, that would not be a good position at all to be in, right? Kind of the same thing with AMC though too. That was over $9 a share early on in the week and closed a little bit less than $5 on Friday. Again, ouch, it's down about 50% from where it was earlier on in the week, okay? So those are a couple there. However, let's quickly talk about Workhorse. Now, I've had a couple videos out earlier, about I don't know, 5-6 days ago or so, talking about Workhorse, and I was talking about this one because I was looking at the details and I thought, this is a meme stock from a couple years ago. This one went up a ton, and this one got a ton of attention, right? Well, then I started digging into the details about this one, and I thought, if anybody is holding this stock short from a long time ago, from a much higher price, earlier on in the week, sitting at, say, 20 cents a share, it's a little bit more than that now, it's about 24 cents as of now, but sitting at 20 cents a share early on in the week, I thought, here's the situation. If somebody's still short this position, how much is their upside? 20 cents, the stock could go to zero. Okay, fine. They have very, very limited upside on any type of short position. However, what's the upside on any potential long positions when the stock is trading at 20 cents a share? It's basically infinite at that point, right? So I thought, looking at all the factors right here, considering it got tons and tons of attention a couple years ago, it went up a ton, just like GameStop and AMC and some of those other high flyers. I looked at this and I thought, you know what? This is certainly something I want to buy into, and I did, by the way, full disclaimer. I bought shares throughout a couple times throughout the week on this thing. My average price is like 20 cents on this. I did buy more on Friday as well when it went down. So again, yes, I'm in this position. Full disclaimer, yes, I am long on Workhorse. By the way, I didn't say it earlier, but the symbol on Workhorse is WKHS. Yes, it's trading for 24 cents. Less than a quarter a share. I know, right? It's nuts, right? But anyway, earlier on in the week, 4, 5, 6 days ago, something like that, I had a couple videos out and I was talking about this and I said, how many shares can you buy for, I don't know, a couple $100 at 20 cents a share? You can buy a lot, okay? You can buy a lot of shares, thousands of shares for a couple $100 sitting at this price, and that's exactly what I did, right? So anyway, by the way, full disclaimer as well, I just want to say this much as well. This is not advice in any way, shape, or form. This is not investment, trading advice, investment, financial, anything like that at all. I'm not telling you what to do here. In fact, don't take my advice. This is not advice. Don't even listen to what I'm saying, okay? Got to say that, okay? Please be very careful. These stocks have been very volatile. However, I want to put this out as well, okay? So Workhorse was up 39% for the week. Not bad, right? And again, what is the upside on this thing? In my opinion, it's a lot, okay? There's a ton of upside. Reason being is, what's the downside potential? Anybody that, like I said earlier, anybody that's short on this position, what is their potential upside on a short position right now? 24 cents. That's it, okay? If it goes down 24 cents, it's at zero, okay? So their upside is potential 24 cents. On the long side, it's up anything. I mean, it's infinite. It could go up as much as you want, right? So that's why I'm saying, looking at all the factors there, by the way, I've been looking at volume throughout this past week as well. I don't read into volume all that much, but it's something I like to keep an eye on because it definitely shows if people are coming into a stock, if it's getting a lot more attention, something like this. It's gotten a ton of activity this past week here as well. Usually it trades about 15.8 million shares a day, and it's been about double that. About 10 to 15 million shares more than that a day is what it's trading right now. So yeah, volatility's been all over the place on this stock for this past week or so, and again, very exciting. So what am I doing? And again, I just want to bring you a quick update on this. And again, I'll answer your questions here in just a second. I've had a couple people reach out and say, do you think it's going to go to $100 a share? Do you think it's going to $400 a share? Okay. Now, sitting at 24 cents a share right now as I film this video, I don't know. $400 a share seems like, honestly, a major stretch on this thing, okay? Even $100 a share would be a major stretch on this, okay? I'm just saying, but can it be done? It could be done, okay? Anything is possible, okay? I'm not saying that it's going to happen. In fact, I wouldn't anticipate that to happen. However, as somebody that is long in this position, I hope it happens. Let's just say that, okay? If it happens, I'm going to be super happy and it'll be a good time, right? Let's just say that much. If it goes to $100 a share or even better, $400 a share on Workhorse, let's just cross our fingers that that actually happens. If that happens, I'm going to be a super happy camper. I'm just going to say that much, okay? And anybody else that is long in this stock would also be very happy, because I'm guessing anybody that has bought this thing probably bought more than like 1 or 2 shares, right? You can buy 4 shares for $1. So I'm guessing, anybody that bought into this thing probably bought, I don't know, $100, $50, I don't know, anything like that. And you have lots of shares, hundreds of shares at that point, right? So anyway, my point is, I don't really know. I have no idea where this thing is going. All that I know is this much. Yes, again, full disclaimer, I'm long in this position, okay? But what do I think? Here's what I think. I'm going to hold this thing. I'm going to continue riding it out. Why? Why not? Okay. What is the downside on it? Okay, fine. I lose a few $100. If it goes to 0, I lose a few $100. I don't really care. If that's what happens, then fine. Whatever, right? And I think that's the mentality that most people have about this is you can buy so much of it. It's just like, whatever. If it goes down to 0, which I highly doubt it will anytime soon, maybe it does. If that's fine, again, who cares? That's the problem. And again, that's kind of how it goes with investing. It's the risk that we have to take. But in my honest opinion, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to ride this thing out. I would not be shocked. And again, I don't know. I could be totally wrong with this thing at all. But I'm going to say this much. I would not be shocked over the coming days/weeks. I don't know how long it might take, but I would not be shocked at all to see this thing get in the mid 80 cent range, possibly breach even 90 cents a share, possibly within the next, I don't know, week or 2, 3 weeks, something like that. I don't know how long. I have no idea. I'm just simply saying I would not be shocked at all if we get very close to $1 a share on this thing, okay? I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I'm just simply saying that's kind of where I'm sitting at, and I'm going to continue to hold it for a while because there's just really no point to sell it, okay? So, yep, I'm up like, I don't know, whatever percent is. Again, like I said, average price on this thing is about 20 cents is what I paid for it. I bought a bunch at about 19 and a half, and then I bought more on Friday at about, I think it was like 22-ish or something like that. Okay, so my average price, again, being about 20 cents or so, give or take a little bit. Anyway, so again, I just want to be totally transparent about it, let you know that, not saying you should buy it. In fact, you probably shouldn't buy it. Just to let you know, I had a few people reaching out saying, I'm long, I'm going for the moon here. Hey, dude, I'm going for the moon too. I hope it goes to the moon, because if it does, we should meet up and have a little party, right? It'd be super awesome, right? But anyway, that's kind of where I'm sitting on this thing. And again, what I'm doing is I'm jumping on this thing and I'm holding this simply because of the activity with these other meme stocks here, okay? I'm banking on that, okay? That's really all I'm into it for, okay? I couldn't care less what Workhorse does. I'm not saying that I believe in the company or that I believe in anything about it. I'm not saying that at all. I don't care about all that stuff. I don't invest in things like that, okay? I invest for volatility. I invest or I shouldn't even say invest, because I don't even hold positions all that long. When I buy something, I'm looking for the short-term upside. I'm looking for the short-term downside. I'm looking for the volatility. That's what I'm looking for when I make a trade. Okay, that's it. I'm usually not in positions very long, other than possibly a few days, maybe a couple weeks, maybe a month or 2, depending on what it is, but usually not all that long, okay? This is certainly not a long-term position. I'm certainly not planning on holding it for very long, I can tell you that much. Maybe, I don't know, a few weeks, maybe a month or 2, maybe, possibly. We'll just see what happens with price action here over the coming days and weeks. But as of right now, no, this is not a long-term position. I couldn't care less what happens with the company. All I'm saying is that I'm in this because I saw what happened to this stock a few years ago when the meme craze was going on. And if other people start looking at this thing too, I want to be positioned in this thing to take advantage of the blast off if a bunch of other people come hoarding into this thing. As based on the volume, it certainly looks like a lot of other people, volumes are basically double. Based on what is going on with price action and what's going on with the volatility and volume and stuff like that, it looks like a lot of other people are also looking at this thing. So it wouldn't really take, honestly, in my opinion, that many people to come into this thing, buy a boatload of shares for, again, a few $100s, you know what I mean? Because the price is so low to really drive this thing up. And anybody that's short on this thing, start squeezing those shorts just like everybody did on GameStop and AMC. When you start squeezing those shorts, what do? They panic. They need to cover their short. And what is that? It's a buy order. A short, a buy to cover is a buy order. Therefore, driving prices even higher, right? So again, if we can really squeeze the shorts on this thing by buying a little bit, pushing price up, then guess what? It's just going to squeeze the shorts even more. And when they panic and they start covering those things, again, we're just getting more buying momentum into the stock. So again, we'll have to see what happens here. But I kind of anticipate we get relatively close to $1. Will we breach $1? I have no idea. I'm just going to sit back, just going to watch it every day, see what happens here, and whatever. I don't know. If it goes up a ton, then awesome. If it doesn't do anything, then fine. I just sell the position in a couple weeks and we're good to go. Whatever, okay? But like I said, I'm kind of at this point just banking on maybe another huge rally like some of these other meme stocks that we saw this past week. That's all I'm positioning for, right? Trying to grab some of that in the event a bunch of people come in and just start driving this thing up, okay? That's what I'm going for, is I'm trying to hitch a little ride on this rocket ship and hopefully sucker goes to the moon, right? That'd be awesome. I don't know. I don't know what I would do, but it'd be pretty fun. Anyway, so I'm going to leave it at that for now. Again, we'll continue to watch this thing going forward over the coming days here, and I'll keep you posted as I get more information, and obviously we'll just continue to watch price action, some of the other internals on this thing, and I'll keep you posted. Otherwise, again, not trading advice, not financial advice, not investment advice whatsoever. I know I've said that a few times, and I'm sorry to be annoying, but just want to make it very clear. Please be very, very careful. I'm not telling you you should do anything here. You just got to be very careful with this stuff. Anyway, enjoy your day. Subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Enjoy. Share the video, by the way, with your friends on social media. By the way, Workhorse WKHS is the symbol.